Prince Harry sampled a traditional Fijian drink, which according to reports could cause mild hallucinations and euphoria, while undertaking a series of royal engagements on the second day of his tour of Fiji with his wife Meghan Markle. The Duke and the Duchess of Sussex are currently undertaking their first major tour to Oceania, and on the 9th day of their visit, the royal duo attended a series of solo engagements. Prince Harry attended a ceremony at the Kuaisuva forest site to unveil Fiji's contribution to the Queen's Commonwealth Canopy project. The Queen's Commonwealth Canopy is a project which aims to link initiatives in all 53 Commonwealth nations in a bid to protect forests for future generations through sustainable forest conservation. The Duke walked around tents set up at the forest site, where he observed various traditional handicrafts, including the demonstration of kava making, a controversial traditional Fijian drink. Kava is a non-alcoholic, euphoria-producing drink made from the root of a pepper plant, which is found in most of the South Pacific Islands. It is yellow-green in color and its active ingredient is alkaloidal in nature. Consumption of the drink takes place in kava ceremonies, which can be social gatherings or ceremonies. According to controversial reports, the drink could produce very mild hallucinogenic effects and a buzzing feeling of euphoria. It was the second time the Duke of Sussex sampled the drink on his tour of Fiji, as he was also offered roast pig, a whale's tooth and kava during his traditional Fijian welcome yesterday. Harry followed in Prince Charles' footsteps, who sampled the drink during his visit to Vanuatu in April. The pregnant Duchess of Sussex, as expected, passed up the opportunity to drink it. It is not possible to buy kava extracts in the UK as the British government banned it in 2003. The ban was put into effect on January 13, 2003 because of fears for liver damage when taking kava supplements. According to WebMD, there are big safety concerns surrounding kava, with many cases of liver damage and even some deaths being linked to the consumption of the substance. But in one study, researchers reported that there is no evidence for serious liver damage in kava using populations in Pacific Island societies or in indigenous Australians who have used aqueous kava extracts. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are on day 6 of their first royal tour as a married couple. Yesterday they received an enthusiastic welcome at the delayed opening ceremony of the 4th Invictus Games, Harry's flagship sporting event for injured or sick Army veterans. Today the newlyweds, who are expecting their first child, were expected to attend the first day of the Invictus Games competition, created by the Duke of Sussex, in which more than 500 competitors from 18 countries will compete. But only Prince Harry will make an appearance at the official planned engagements, as Kensington Palace have said Meghan's schedule has been cut back following a busy program. Highlights from today's events include road cycling time trials, which kick off at 9:30 am local time, 12:30 am BST. The cycling will be followed by the sailing at 11 am local time, 1 am BST. The final major event of the day will be the road cycling criterium, at 1:30 p.m. local time, 3:30 am BST. The Duke of Sussex has arrived at the Botanic Gardens in Sydney to meet Invictus competitors and staff. He has not been joined by Meghan as her schedule has been cut back following a busy program. Kensington Palace said, after a busy program, the Duke and Duchess have decided to cut back the Duchess's schedule slightly for the next couple of days, ahead of the final week and a half of the tour. Sydney Harbour provides a spectacular backdrop for the Invictus Games debut of sailing. Boats will sail from the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia at Rushcutters Bay to Farm Cove. Meghan and Harry are expected to be watching the event as it makes its Invictus Games debut. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will be at Royal Botanic Gardens to cheer on the Invictus Cindy in cycling. The parents-to-be will then enjoy a slap-up lunch with the Australian Prime Minister, Scott Morrison. Invictus family and friends will also join the special luncheon. Harry and Meghan will then watch the sailing competition, which kicks off at 1 am BST. They will then attend a private Invictus Games reception at Governor House. Twitter user Nick Steiner penned, At Invictus Games, so inspiring and emotional. And good to show the kids what real grit looks like. We're in awe. Another said, Gary Robinson smashing it at the Invictus Games. Meanwhile, Aussie politician Gladys Berejiklian wrote, at the Royal Botanic Gardens to watch the start of the Invictus Games cycling. All the best to all of the amazing athletes competing. You are an inspiration. Prince Harry launched the event with a very personal speech at the Sydney Opera House forecourt. The father-to-be gushed about the couple's exciting baby news, which was announced hours after he and wife Meghan landed in Australia earlier in the week. He said to huge applause, I have been so proud to be able to introduce my wife to you, and we have been so happy to be able to celebrate the personal joy of our newest addition with you all. The Games is the biggest highlight of the royal tour for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. The excitement of the tour has been added to by the news of Meghan's pregnancy as eager royal fans begin to notice traces of a baby bump. Prince Harry and wife Meghan will begin the first day of the Invictus Games Sydney by attending the cycling competition at the Royal Botanic Garden. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex will watch one of the road bike time trials before meeting competitors and team staff in the competition hub. The royal couple will also present the gold, silver and bronze medals at the event. After the cycling, the pair will head to the pavilion for the official reception hosted by Prime Minister Scott Morrison. There they will meet representatives from veteran support groups and mental well-being organizations. Later in the afternoon, the Duke and Duchess will watch the Invictus Games sailing final from a family and friends boat in Farm Cove. Tonight, the couple will attend a private reception for the Invictus Games Foundation at Government House. The event tests speed and skill as key strengths come to the fore on the picturesque Royal Botanic Garden course, where cyclists try to beat the clock and each other. Fans in the crowd are waving Union Jack flags as the competitors fly past. Harry and Meghan are expected to join the onlookers in spurring the challengers on. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are embarking on their first official joint tour of Australia, and yesterday the father-to-be commented for the first time on his preference for the sex of the royal baby. During the cycling race yesterday, a well-wisher shouted to Prince Harry, "Congratulations, I hope it's a girl." The Duke promptly replied, "So do I." It's the first time the 34-year-old has opened up about his preference for the sex of his future child, but he previously told fans he and Meghan couldn't think of a better place to announce the upcoming baby, whether it's a boy or a girl. Harry also shared his personal joy over his wife's pregnancy as he opened the Invictus Games with a heartwarming speech. Prince Harry said, "First of all, thank you for the welcome you have given Meghan and I over the last few days. I have been so proud to be able to introduce my wife to you, and we have been so happy to be able to celebrate the personal joy of our newest addition with you all. But now I have a mission for all of you Aussies. And it's not how many shrimps you can put on the Barbie. Our competitors have made it to these games, most of them traveling from many thousands of miles away. It appears the couple will not seek an official royal title for their child and are planning to follow in the footsteps of Princess Anne, who raised her children Zara Tindall and Peter Phillips, without titles. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex want their first child to have a relatively normal life, according to a source close to the couple. The unnamed source told the Sunday Times said, that word normal looms very large for Harry and Meghan when it comes to their child's future. Harry and Meghan's child will be seventh in line to the throne, and if they have a boy, he will inherit the title Earl of Dumbarton, one of the titles the Queen bestowed to Harry on his wedding day in May. However, if the royals have a daughter, she could be called Lady Mountbatten-Windsor, and any subsequent sons would be named Lord Mountbatten-Windsor. But it is believed the couple have decided to shirk the titles and want to protect their child from the intense media attention, following in the footsteps of Harry's aunt, Princess Anne. The source added, Meghan and Harry favor the Zara and Peter Phillips route, which the Princess Royal adopted. Princess Anne, the Queen's only daughter, turned down royal titles for her two children, and they have subsequently lived relatively independent lives and have gone on to have their own careers.